Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So Rlaarlo has announced a new vehicle. So this is going to be, it's a 14th scale brushless truck, and it says ROG1, however you want to say it out, ROG1, and it's called the Gladiator. So it's going to come in two different colors. You guys see one of the colors there is going to be black, and then it's another color here that's going to be red. So we're going to take a close look at this vehicle. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check that out. But they're saying here September 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern, or 8 p.m. Pacific, I'm sorry, they'll announce it. So they kind of have a countdown to where you can probably go over to their channel and get a release for this vehicle and get some more information. But it looks to be pretty good. It kind of resembles their Terminator truck. Looks like it's going to be a little bit smaller right here. But it says here the Gladiator is a compact monster truck at 14 scale. So it's a 14 scale monster truck here, and it says top speeds of 100 kilometers per hour or whatever. So that's about, what is that, about 50 to 60 miles per hour? So it's probably going to depend on the type of battery you use too, because we know that the Terminator, once you put a regular size battery up in there, it actually increases the speed, or a higher milliamp battery in there, you're going to get a couple more miles per hour with that. So looking at here, it's got a 1.2 millimeter car body on it. And I want to look at a couple of things. I'm kind of interested in what's underneath the shell and some of the compound and stuff of it. So it says flipping in place and effortless rollovers. So it looks like they have some pretty good diffs or something here. So when you flip your vehicle over, you'll probably be able to just hit the throttle, hit the brake, and be able to kind of flip that back over with it. Now, what's interesting here is something you don't see on a lot of small vehicles, especially of this caliber, is that it's got an aluminum chassis and aluminum shock towers front and rear. The chassis you guys see there is 2 millimeters thick, and then the shock towers are going to be 3 millimeters. So that's kind of unheard of for a vehicle this small, unless you do some upgrades to some of the other vehicles. So looks like Rlaarlo is kind of stepping their game up with taking over the small RC car market, because I think one of their biggest competitions is going to be WL Toys, and then of course some of the armor vehicles, but those are brushed, the armor vehicles are, and some of the WL Toy vehicles are brushless. So the chassis is 2 millimeters and it's 661, so that's not too bad for, especially for something that's small. You wouldn't want to put that on something very large like a 7th or 8th scale vehicle, but for something small, it should be fine with that. So this is something else I want to look at, with some of the guts of the vehicle and kind of look at this layout. So there we see it does have aluminum threaded body shocks on it, which is good. There's the motor there, and I did see some specifications about the motor, and they mounted the ESC there so it can get some airflow to it. So it's pretty good, smart design there. I do see some sway bars down here too, so that's going to be good, sway bars. And I did see lights in that picture that they had, kind of the promo picture for it. So they did this for the way it's designed. Of course, it's for quick disassembly, they say there, and they give you some information on that. And then looking at this, so there's no center diff in it, but it does have kind of like a slipper clutch design with it, but there's no center diff with it. And I'm not sure what pitch these gears are, but this is probably going to be 32 pitch. I don't think it's mod 1 gears, at least for these differential gears for the front and rear. I'm not sure what this spur gear is either, but that motor seems to be like a 3600 kV, 2645. They probably got a clearer picture of it, but I want to look at these diffs too with that. So shouldn't have any problems with those differentials, especially if it's 32 pitch at this size. As long as it's made out of good material, we won't have to worry about that. So here's another look at the layout of it. Comes with a wheelie bar, you guys see there, small body and powerful heart. So that's going to be interesting, but I don't know if this is a 40, 50, 60 amp speed controller, but something this small is probably between 40 to 60 amps, especially if it can handle 3S power. And here you guys see with the motor is going to be a 3600 kV motor, size 2845, and then you get a 2200 milliamp 3S LiPo with it. So you do get a battery with it, which is good. I'm pretty sure you get a charger and stuff. And this radio looks to be a little bit different. It's a 4-channel radio, but I can't really tell from the picture there. But the radio seems to be a little bit different here. It's got your basic trims and stuff on it. You see it's got a steering trim, steering dual rate, and then it's got a throttle trim that's 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. So you can adjust the throttle with it if it's too much power for you. There with that. Here's going to be the speed controller. So it's a 45 amp speed controller, which should be fine for running 2 and 3S LiPo with that. And it looks like that's going to have the XT60 connectors on there. Seems like that's what they do on all their vehicles, the XT60. Here's going to be the servo, 11 kilograms, which is going to be good. Then down here it says adopting 775 aluminum hardened steel gears. Oh, for a servo, this month they're putting, okay, so it's got steel hardened steel gears up in it, so that's going to be good. And some more specifications. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below. You guys can see some of that. It's got tethered body clips on it, battery component, gives you the size on that. So there it says 70 to 100. So we're looking at about 40s to 60 something miles per hour that you can get on there. The ESC, that you guys see that down here, is 2 to 3S capable, of course. Comes with a battery and of course 2.4 gigahertz radio. Here we go. Pinion gear. It's a 48 pitch pinion gear, and the spur gear is 48 pitch, so 16 tooth and then 59. So of course you can gear that up to get higher speeds on that pinion gear, but it's 48 pitch. Wonder why they didn't put 32 pitch with that, but I believe the Terminator's got 32 pitch too. And then looking at the differential gears, 32 teeth, differential gear 12. Okay, so this has probably got 32 pitch gears in the differential and stuff. We'll have to try to get a close-up of one. I don't think they give you any information on it. And here's going to be the specs or designs, or the specs of the vehicle, wheelbase and all that stuff. So this is going to be a true 14 scale vehicle, so won't be guessing on size with that. And here's what you get when you purchase the vehicle, some stickers and all that. So, all right, so I'll leave a link below in the description. It doesn't say too much about pricing and stuff right here, but it's going to be interesting. So they'll probably be announcing some stuff coming up pretty soon. So you guys put your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. I guess we try to guess on this price, and then we can go forward from there with this. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good small truck. And if they price it right, it's going to sell, because the small RC car market is actually kind of blowing up. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next videos. Always, I appreciate you watching.